Vietnam, 1967. It has been 2 years since United States military forces sent the first combat troops to Vietnam. By 1968, there will be 500,000 of them. The Vietnam War was part of the Cold War, a war of democracy versus communism. As part of the United States containment policy, communism was to be stopped from spreading by any means necessary. A theory known as the domino effect, which proposed that if any one nation in a region succumbed to communism, the surrounding nations would fall as well, like dominoes, was widely believed by the United States government. War was waged in Vietnam until 1975.
My whole team is dead. Charlie killed them all. I ran out of ammo, so I tossed my gun. All I have left is my knife and 2 days' worth of food. Charlie will probably take me soon too. Sometimes I forget I don't have a squad anymore. I figure I can just keep walking south and eventually run into friendlies. My name is Lieutenant Rocky Rambo Kilgore. Damn Charlies.
Nào đó nhìn máu bạn. Để đó, để đó, để đó.
I don't speak Charlie.
What are the American plan?
Why don't you just kill me?
Not now.
For 3 whole months I've been stuck in this prison. They constantly torture me. I think I've died and gone to hell.
We found a friendly.
After my rescue, I was given a Purple Heart. I was put on a tour to recruit impressionable young men for the service. I went from city to city, giving the same manufactured speech to large crowds. One time, my squad and I were pinned under the mortar fire coming from the jungle. We couldn't even see where it was shooting from, let alone get cover from them to retaliate. I took a risk and ran straight into the jungle. "Watch out for Charlies," my squad yelled. I used nothing but my ears, my well-trained by the U.S. Army ears, to locate the mortar squad and circle behind them. I took them all out with just one grenade. I was treated as a hero back at the base that night. Don't you all want to be heroes? Join the army. The recruitment booths are now open. They were all fools. Brave, brave fools. I didn't feel the least bit heroic, but the job paid well. Everywhere I went, I was able to convince hordes of young people to join the army, until San Francisco. Then join the army.
Hi, Lieutenant Kilgore. I wanted to invite you to a debate tonight at my dorm's discussion hall. Would you be interested?
Against my better judgment, I decided to go to this discussion about the war. I was interested in hearing what the people who disagree with the war had to say. I was not really sure what I would say myself, because I have my loyalty to the army to consider over my personal opinions. I suppose I agreed, just so I could listen.
The war is wrong. Just because you can't recruit properly doesn't mean we need a draft. If we're old enough to die for our country, we should be old enough to vote.
We need the soldiers. If we're going to stop communism and save this Christian nation from their godless onslaught, then we need to keep the war going. We'll send as many men as it takes to defeat the Viet Cong and prevent the domino effect from happening in Southeast Asia.
Nah, man. War is wrong. We just all need to embrace one another. The universal consciousness. Free love.
We need to bring the troops home and end the draft. Our troops shouldn't be used for political gain.
Don't drop bombs, drop acid.
This is what's wrong with our country today. You young folk just keep listening to your rock and roll music, doing drugs. You have no sense of patriotic duty at all.
Well then, why aren't you in the war, Mr. Patriot?
I'm too old. My sons will proudly go off to war. This is my contribution to this great nation.
Your generation expects our generation to fight for you?
You sacrifice your children for your ideas, man? That's not cool.
It's not a sacrifice. It's their duty for their country.
War is always a sacrifice, man.
Do you have any idea how many casualties there's been?
What do you think about all this, Lieutenant Kilgore?
After hearing opinions that weren't the Army's, I just couldn't live with myself anymore. I had personally sent off so many young men to die in a needless conflict. How could I live with the blood of innocents on my hand, in my consciousness? I just had to end it all.
Beautiful friend, this is the end, my